Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Game time, Brian here. Yes, game time, Brian. We have a flurry of moves that we need to talk about regarding the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going to get right into it. We talked about last night on the live stream as Dallas added. Let me go. Okay. Dallas added Jordan Phillips to the Cowboys. Okay. Jordan Phillips. I'll share my screen. I will share it. There it is. Jordan Phillips. We'll start out with this move. Giants send defensive tackle Jordan Phillips to the Cowboys. Now, I just want to start out by saying to everybody that Jordan Phillips was I believe, a vet minimum guy. Okay. Back in 2019, he had a killer year. He has had a battle with injuries, on and off. He has tapered off over. He signed a mega deal with the Cardinals, didn't work out. Went to Buffalo, had a good year. The thing is, Buffalo played him for 40 snaps a game, just about a little shy of 40 snaps a game. So it's a lot of snaps for a 6'6", 341 listed. He could be heavier than that. And then the Giants signed him this offseason. We know the Giants have Dexter Lawrence. I don't know. Odds are the Giants were going to cut him. Now, and instead of going up to the highest bidder, you make a trade. It's not even a pick for this upcoming draft. It's a pick swap of a 2025 draft. Or it's not this upcoming, it's the following year's draft where we give up a 6, we get a 7. There's like probably maybe just 15 picks apart is what you're talking about. So let's not get carried away. But you got to understand, for what Mike Zimmer wants to do, he fits in perfectly. Mike Zimmer doesn't want a guy who's going to get necessarily like sacks. He wants a big boy in the middle. So welcome Jordan Phillips. If we can get his snaps down to 25 a game, tops in a rotation, we're cooking, and we're cooking with gas. So that's what's good. Does this mean that they are done with Linval Joseph or anybody of that ilk? I would tell you absolutely not. Mike Zimmer, I mean, he can make, lemonade out of lemons, but, you got to give him something. Now, what does this mean? I think they're going to try and release Denzel Jackson, bring him to the practice squad. I would still think that there is an opportunity to bring in a Linval Joseph still. I think it's still on the table. But this gives you a more formidable body player. Again, he's not what he once was, but you got to understand, we're talking about Mozzie Smith and Justin Rogers, two underwhelming. Well, yeah, Justin Rogers is a rookie. He's doing great, but he is a rookie. So you have to look at it from those. I don't think it closes the door. They're always trying to churn the roster. But let's see exactly. All right. Who says team don't make trades within the division? It's smart business to flip a pick. If you can improve your draft, you improve your draft. Whether it be 10, 15, 20 slots, that's what you do. Per source knowledge of the situation, Giants have traded veteran defensive tackle Jordan Phillips to the Cowboys. The Giants get a 6th-round pick, and they added a 7th round. They added a 7th rounder. So Dallas won't have a 6, but they'll have 2 7s. But, it's not going to be that much further down. It's just basically giving them a way to get a player without having to bid on his services or deal with 9 teams. Now you're a Cowboy, at least for 1 year. Now, this is the same player that was getting into it with the Eagles fans during the Eagle game, Jordan Phillips. So I like that aspect. Let's stir it up, baby, when he was with the Giants. Let's go. But he was a 2nd-round pick of the Dolphins in 2015, like I said. He spent 4 years on Miami, 2 years in Buffalo, 2 in Arizona, 2 more in Buffalo before signing with the Giants. He has a 1.2 million salary. He received a $430,000 signing bonus. So, um, veteran minimum. That's what the veteran minimum these days is. Phillips has 120 regular season appearances and 62 starts. Um, so again, let's just couch it by saying, um, it's the perfect body type for what Zimmer wants to do. Now you add, as you see, like I was crying all along, Golston has been playing a lot of edge. So you're going to have how many are you going to keep? 5? You could probably keep 5 interior linemen, right? I don't think you'll go 6. So Mozzie, Justin Rogers. Now, Carl Davis, I heard he got shaken up. I don't know if this means Carl Davis is out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like we'll have to see. So it'll be interesting when we do our 53. But he wasn't the only move. He wasn't the only move at all. Let me see. As we talked about, Dallas had signed Al-Qadim Muhammad and Shaka Tony a couple weeks ago when they brought in 3 defensive ends. 3. And they did not sign Lawson. I mentioned that they may circle back to Carl Lawson. Wasn't sure really if they would. I did tell you that Muhammad is the keeper out of the 2. Shaka Tony, not so much. Well, they have released Shaka Tony, and the Dallas Cowboys continue to fortify their defensive front in the 2024 campaign. The Cowboys are signing veteran defensive end Carl Lawson. NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero has reported. So let's see here. Yes, here we go. And we're going to share this screen here. Listen, this is good news. You know, again, I love Sam Williams. I love the upside of Sam Williams, but the Sam Williams was a huge question mark. Now you bring in Al-Qadim Muhammad, and you bring in a Carl Lawson, who has skins on the wall, former $45 million starter in mid-roster moves report. Now we're addressing needs, and now what? Now what can people say? Our defense is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You know, we are eliminating as many of the question marks as possible. The strength of our team is obviously Micah Parsons playing the edge and D. Law playing the other edge, rotating in all these other pieces. Our linebacker is a huge strength this year. We are loaded at linebacker, and we're loaded at the second level of our defense. Very, very exciting. Now we've went and addressed the interior with the body type that we want, not putting all this pressure on Mozzie. We're not done with the D tackle. Things are looking good for the defense. This defense finished top 10 last year. It may take a little bit to get all on the same page because Zimmer's a scheme in the back end, not up front, in the back end, requires a little bit of thinking. You need to know your cues and know where you got to be at all times. So this defense is going to be good, people. Now it goes to the offensive side of the ball. We've seen the glaring needs on the offense. We'll see how this running back room, if we suffer an injury, there's plenty of backs out there. But they love, and I love Hunter Lepke. Rico Dowdle looked very explosive week one of the preseason, and you got Zeke as your short down goal line. You want to get 2 yards, he gonna get you to 2 yards. You know what I'm saying? So I actually don't have a problem with the running backs, but there's obviously guys out there. Miles Sanders is still out there. What's his name? Ex-Minnesota Viking, ex-Jet. He didn't play much with the Jets. Is still out there. Put it in the comments. There are guys out there. We need to really hone in on the offensive line and see how that's playing out. You got Cooper Beebe that's really playing well. Now he's getting the start, at least this week, at center. It's a true competition either way. Brock Hoffman's a beast. Tyler Guyton has been everything that they've expected and more, especially in the run game. Does that mean he's going to be a Pro Bowler? Does that mean he's going to do good against Myles Garrett? I don't know. Our depth at left tackle is thin now. We have guys, and now it's okay. Who is our swing tackle? Is it Akeem Richards? Is it going to be Matt Waletzko? Are we going to move Tyler Smith, which they don't want to do because he's so dominant at left guard, as Mickey Spags likes to say. He plays guard. Anyway, so there's still things to work out, but these are all good problems to have. We still got TJ Bass, who's a backup at center and both guard spots. We are loaded. Again, people think I'm saying we're loaded with Pro Bowlers. We're loaded with young talent on the interior of the offensive line. Terrence Steele looks to be back to his form. We need that swing tackle is a big position for the Cowboys. Who is going to be that guy? I would rather it be Matt Waletzko. I think I like the player, but he's had injuries to both shoulders. We shall see about that. Akeem Richards, the 5th-round pick from last year, hot and cold. With the loss of Chuma Edoga into the season for multiple games with a broken toe, and still, I think they're doing more tests to see if there was ligament damage. We have Tyler Guyton. He's going to be the starter. He was anointed the starter just yesterday. So, and he's hasn't done anything to hurt. Is he going to struggle at times? Are we going to have to change the game plan, especially against Myles Garrett at times? Of course. Of course. They're going to attack him. But my man has. I know people want to hate, and people are hoping and holding their breath that are playing us that he going to be bad. The tape don't show that he's a bad player. So I'm excited about it. We just went out and got a one technique Jordan Phillips, who we talked about going into free agency, that as, you have the top end guys, right? Like Leonard Williams. He was more of a bottom end guy. Well, you can get him. He's been very productive when he's healthy. You got to get his snaps down, though. I think Buffalo used them way too much, and I think that was the issue. Bring his snaps down. Maybe bring in a Linval Joseph if need be. You can cut Denzel Jackson, put him to the practice squad. We will get into the all 50. We will get into the 53-man roster. Short enough, you can bet that. But let's just talk about Carl Lawson a little bit. Dallas Cowboys are signing former New York Jets starting pass rusher Carl Lawson. Dallas has been searching for answers at the position after losing to Sam Williams to season-ending ACL. Dallas also signed veteran offensive lineman Cole Cabral. I'm not really sure. Never heard of him, so we'll click him in a second. And released defensive end Shaka Toney, which I told you he wasn't going to be the long-term. Cowboys traded for former New York Giants defensive tackle Jordan Phillips. So the Cowboys are signing veteran Carl Lawson. More reinforcements for Dallas was also traded for Jordan Phillips. Lawson has 27 career sacks. So after starting all 17 games in 2022, Lawson played in just 6 games last season, notching 5 tackles. Lawson posted 7 sacks. So he had 7 sacks last year. So I'm actually very happy with how the depth. Again, every team, you can't have Pro Bowlers at every end and then your backups. This is what depth is. You want to replace Dorrance Armstrong, who had 7.5 sacks, or Sam Williams, who had 7.5 sacks. Let's bring a better pass rusher who played limited snaps last year and had 7 sacks, like Sam Williams. I still think Sam Williams' upside is higher at this stage of his career, but he has yet to do it. So he's more of a splash player. Carl Lawson has skins on the wall. So I'm excited about the move, people. I really am. Now, I wouldn't say that all in. All in will be, let's get CD signed. Let's get Dak Prescott signed. I know some of you don't want him back, but it's better for the team. But, I want to win games this year. And let's roll. Let's roll. Again, I don't think the moves are done. I think they're still going to be churning the bottom of the roster. I don't know why this team likes to put us through this mental misery, but they do. And that's what they do. So I'm actually pretty, let me see. Did he do a video? He did. I'm pretty happy with how this is all turning out. So, again, don't forget, Saturday night, I'll be at the Phillies game tonight. I just realized that I wasn't live streaming the Eagle game anyway, but I'll be at the Fightin' Phils game tonight. So I might try and go and bring some content from inside Citizens Bank Park. I'm not going to wear my Cowboys stuff, but I'll have my Game Time Brian stuff on, or at least something. But yes, very excited about it. Dallas, baby. We're making the moves. We are making the moves, filling the holes, and that's what all I expect. I never expect my team to go nuts with getting high-end talent. We have enough high-end talent that we can't sign ourselves. So with that being said, there it is. Jordan Phillips on the inside of the defensive line and Carl Lawson coming off the edge. Let's go. All right, late.
4-3 stack. Ready? Yeah.
Georgia Tech over the ball. Tom calling signals.
8-1-8. 8-1-8. Whoa. Yeah. Hot.
Hands off to Garrick.
You're a dead man.
Stops Garrick for a 2-yard loss.
I don't think you got it, pal.